Hi guys, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. I've had people message me that they don't even have a sewing machine, they don't have a needle and thread, they don't have fabric, they don't have the items to make a mask at home. So my challenge today is to go into this Dollar General right behind me, you see it here, but I want to show you how easy it's going to be to find the items in the Dollar General to make a simple mask. So let's go in and see what we got. Well guys, that needle looks pretty small, but I like the idea of all the thread. Those needles are a little longer, easier to handle. I think it has enough thread for us, and it's a whole kit, and it even has scissors. So let's go ahead and grab this one, guys. Look at this one. Wow, you could sew a whole dress with that one maybe. But I don't think we need all that for one mask, guys. That's only $1, guys. I think I'm gonna try to get that. Look, pre-threaded. "100% cotton, bingo." Perfect. Guys, look at this. This is the exact elastic we need right here for the earpiece. So, bingo, guys. I went over in the shoe aisle and I found another one. Perfect. Well, guys, I feel like we really did hit the jackpot. I do believe we can make a mask out of the things that we just found in the Dollar General, and so can you. But let's see how we're gonna do it. Oh my, check out all the sewing goods we got. Now people say they can't find elastic. Well, they're just not looking hard enough, because looky here. All right, guys, look at how big, and we got 2 of these. We can whip out some masks. But that's huge, right? How big is that? 28 by 29. Now I did iron this because it was quite the wrinkly mess because it is cotton. Now I did bring up my tape measure from the sewing room, but you can use a metal tape measure, a ruler, whatever you want. But if you're limited on inch space, so if you just have a small ruler at home, I'll show you how to do that. So we need an 8 by 16 piece of fabric, 1 piece of fabric, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, since we need 8 by 16, I'm gonna fold this over to 4 inches. A little bit more. Oh, 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. Okay, and then once you find the 4 inches, you're gonna go ahead and cut. But remember, it has to be folded in half in order to do the 4-inch mark, because we need 8 by 16 piece. Okay, and we're just gonna go down just like that. Then you're gonna take that piece of fabric, open it up, and then you're gonna fold it up like this, okay? Make sure it's as straight as it possibly can be, because we don't want a crooked mask. And then you're gonna find the 8 mark. So you're gonna go up 8 inches. So let's see. We're a little off there, because it's not perfectly square, for sure. I'm sorry. I'm a sewer. I'm a perfectionist. Okay. So that is going to be about as good as we're going to get it. So I've got it folded and at the 8-inch mark. And then you're going to just cut straight across. I'm using my kitchen scissors, as you can see. I'm trying to make this as real as possible for you guys. So when you get home, you may only have kitchen scissors. So I did not even bring up my good scissors, and I am not going to try and use this little right thing right here that I got in that sewing kit because I might break those. We're just gonna clean this up with our kitchen scissors. Just like so. Okay, I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? They're kitchen scissors. And that may be all you have, whatever scissors you have. You may only have this, use it. I don't know, let me see if I can even cut through with that. I don't know, I think it'd be better to tear it. So we have our 8 by 16 piece. Let's check it. That looks like it's a little over because this flour sack is kind of goofy, but 8 by 16 piece, right? That's better. It's not ideal, but it's better. And we still got our 16, so we're good to go. All right, next step, we are going to find the right side, which is, you see how this side's folded over right here? They made a hem for you already, which is kind of cool. We're gonna leave that there. So this is gonna be the right side of the fabric, the part that's not folded over. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna fold right sides together so that this hem side is facing up, okay? Like so. And then we're gonna turn it over like so. And we are going to fold about 1/4 of an inch, okay guys? Like that. And I think we had sewing pins somewhere, didn't we? It came with this kit. So there's little tiny pins in here. I got 2 of them. Pretty cool. And I am just going to pin this in the middle. Okay, so that's pinned just like that. We're gonna get our thread together. We'll show you how to thread the needle. First, sew this down. So it's like this, see? The first thing I'm gonna do is sew a stitch right across there. I'm gonna hand sew it. We'll see how it goes, guys, because I took home ec when I was in school, in high school, and I barely remember how to hand sew. So this will give me a really good challenge. All right, guys, the first thing I'm gonna show you how to do is go ahead and thread your needle with what came in our kit. See this little silver thing? These usually come in the kits, in all sewing kits. So the first thing you're gonna do is, let's see, where am I at? You see the eye of the needle? There's a hole in the end of the needle right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this pointy thing, because see it has a little, I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little silver end there. It's like wire. And you're gonna poke that point right in the eye of that needle. Might have to struggle just a little bit, but, and see how it's open like that, and now it's at the base. And then you're gonna take, remember that thread we got? Because we're just preparing ourselves right now. Getting everything ready. We're gonna take the end of this and we're gonna stick it right inside there, okay? Right inside that loop, see? So it's inside of that silver loop. You're gonna pull it down just a little bit there. Now the next thing you're gonna do is, you're gonna take that needle and you're going to pull it through. Okay, and then hold on to it, and there you have it. These things are handy. I've broken many of them though, so just save them when you get them and throw them in your sewing drawer, and you'll use them eventually because they do break, they're flimsy. And there you have it. You have threaded the needle. Okay guys, so we have the needle and we have it threaded, okay? And you can see down here at the end, I don't know if you can see that, it's like 2 tails, right? Well, set our needle down. If you take those 2 ends, we're gonna knot it, okay? I think they call this a mama knot or a spit knot, I'm not sure. But I know it's COVID right now, but as long as your fingers are clean, you're gonna lick your fingers or wet them, okay? And then you're gonna take this, like this, and you're going to wrap that around your finger while still holding that right there. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm going to grab that. Whoops. So I'm going to grab that like that with wet fingers. So I'm holding both of them now, okay? Right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge them together, kind of, so they roll, okay? And then I'm going to pull. Now what happens is you get a nice knot, just like that. Like I said, I'm not sure what that's called, but if someone knows, go ahead and comment below. Now what you're going to do is stick the needle kind of underneath where you folded it. We're going to nest the end of the knot. When we pull it through, it'll be kind of sandwiched in there. Now hopefully you can see the knot is just nesting inside of there. And now we're just going to continue to sew. And we are grabbing all layers at this time, but they're tiny portions of the layers. And we're just going to keep stitching and stitching. But you notice how my needle is staying only on one side of the fabric. So I'm not like threading it through the fabric toward the back and then back through the front again. I'm keeping everything nice on the back portion of the fabric. Now I'm going to go ahead and let the camera roll, but I just wanted to let you know you're going to stitch that entire area all the way down so that everything is tacked down on that hem. Okay, now we're going to knot it, and this is how you do it. You're going to go take a stitch just like you normally would, but you're not going to pull it all the way through. You see that little loop there? We are going to not pull it all the way through, but we're going to stick our needle through that loop before we do that. Stick it through there, and then you're just going to pull it straight up. And it forms a knot within the fabric and the thread. I usually do it a couple times though. So you'll want to take another stitch in that same area and don't pull it all the way through, but yet put it through that loop and then pull it up. Okay, now once you've sewn that straight across there, and there's the back side, you're going to take the right sides together like so. The first thing you're going to do is sew this across here without sewing right in the center there, okay? Because that's going to be our filter pocket. So we're going to just pin that right there, okay? That's going to remind us, let's put it more in the center though. That's going to remind us not to sew there, because sometimes I forget when I get sewing and I'll just sew it shut. So we're going to come in here and we're going to come in here from the side, okay? Now let's do that mama knot again. Wet fingers, grab that, twist it, and pull. And there's your knot. So now we're just going to grab the ends like this and just connect those two. Okay, you see that? Now that's connected in there, and there's our knot right there, so it's not going to go any farther. And you're just going to marry those two pieces together. So we're going to take this, we're going to go in loop, okay, and pull up, and that knots it. We'll do it again just to make sure. So here you've just sewn along here. Now what we're going to do, see this one side here is part of the fabric. It's not going to fray. It's like the edge of the fabric, how it came. This side may fray, but we're going to fold that back later on. So what we're going to do right now is take this like this. And I want you to see what that looks like. Doesn't look very square, does it? Well, actually, we're going to push that up like that. This is how this is going to look. So when you're looking at it, it's going to be up here. okay? It's not gonna be right here because this is where your mouth is gonna mainly be breathing in and out of, but you'll see what I mean when we get going. I want you to find the middle. And how you do that is I want you to, once this is like this, I want you just to fold it up like this, okay? And see the folded area right here? Now I know people are gonna yell at me because I'm using a pin, but that's my folded area, and that's my folded area. Now this is telling me that that is center, okay? Those two pins, and I'll show you why. When we have it turned like this, we want to take and come up. No, we want to do it this way because we're doing a box pleat. So we're just folding like this and like that. But we're paying attention to where the middle is, because if you see here, let me show you this, that might be a little easier. So if the pin is our middle, we're gonna go like this with our thumb. Take this piece, is gonna go toward that pin, like that, and you're gonna fold it up like that. See? You can add more, like that. And now we're gonna take this side and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go up, like so. And I want you to take note what that looks like. Okay? See? And I am going to pin this. I know, don't hate on me and don't yell because I'm putting pins. Now you're gonna do the same thing over here. That middle spot will be easier to find. Maybe. Just like that. We're gonna pin that. So you should have something that looks like this on the back. Has a little opening like that. And then if we turn it over, it looks like that, okay? So now what I want you to do is just tack this down. Just take a few stitches and we're gonna stitch right in those areas, okay? But we need more thread. Do we have any more threaded needles? We do. So we have one that's already pre-threaded. We'll take that one. Let's do our mama knot, mama spit knot, whatever it's called. Put it through there with wet fingers and roll it in your fingers like that, and it gives us a knot just like that, okay? Okay, here you're going to come in from the back portion of the mask, just as seen. And I'm going to go all through the layers until I come out the front. And then I'm going to come back and tack it down through the rest of the layers, and now I'm back on the back again. And so you're going to tack down that area a few times. Okay, remember those pipe cleaners? Get one out and go ahead and fold it in half and then twist it real good. And we're going to put it in that pocket and right up into the nose area. Stitch a straight line right underneath where you put that pipe cleaner in, because that's going to keep that up there for us, okay? But we need more thread. Now here I'm sewing back and forth from front to back and back to front and front to back. Now what you're going to do is fold those sides in and then sew a straight stitch with your needle all the way down, making like a tube. Now I recommend laying the elastic down first in the tube area and then sewing it so that you won't have to try to finagle the elastic in through a small tube. Now, even though I didn't do it on the first one, I remembered on the second one to lay my elastic down. It is much easier, trust me. Now, once you get both of your elastics in, you can go ahead and just tie a simple slip knot on the end. And if it's too loose, you can always tie it tighter. Now I'm going to use a paper towel for my filter, and I'm just going to open that middle area with that little slit on the inside, and I'm going to lay the paper towel flat. All right, guys, let's see how we did. It really didn't take that long to make, I don't think. So I'm just adjusting the nose there before I put it on. Our filter's in there. We put our, it was just a paper towel. So I'm gonna put it on like this over my ears. Fix that. So what do you think, guys? Did I meet the challenge?